How do you beat the big fish in the stock market? Everyone has a turning point in their lives. I want to tell you about both a turning point in my life and also how you beat the big fish in the stock markets at the same time. Let's start off with this little chart, which is the FTSE 100 versus world stock markets. And you can see the FTSE 100 is pretty much at the levels it was in 1999, whereas the S&P 500 has risen significantly, as you can see. That's that, and that's pretty much tripled over that period. So what does that have to do with beating the big fish and my story? It comes down to this, which was from an article that I'd written, my very first one in the Financial Times back in 1999. Let's just go back to that again. 1999 is when it was published in the FT. And what I'd written in my second paragraph is that basically I've been shifting virtually all of my holdings from the UK to the US. So I had a fair wind over the last 20 odd years. That's where it all started going so right. That's still a critical factor for me. I want British people who've got SIPs and ISAs in the UK to be as rich as possible, my fellow Brits. And one of the best ways to do that is to invest in global stocks, not just from a narrow gene pool, which is thrust upon them by a UK fund manager who tends to invest only in UK stocks and UK index tracking effectively. But investment management for me over the last 20 years has also been, well, in one sense, the hardest easy money, or the easiest hard money in the world. So make sure you do something more fulfilling. I happen to be co-chairman of the Lombard Trust, which supports widows and orphans. That's me, alongside my co-chair, Lord Karan Billamoria, chair of the Confederation of British Industry. Getting things right in the markets has also helped in other ways. It's helped me get published by the Financial Times. That should be coming out hopefully in the next 12 months. It also meant, by calling it right, on my TV show on Bloomberg all those years ago, all the way up to the BBC, it's helped raise a profile, which has helped then set up a fund. But the thing which helped in the fund the most was this, when in 2004, beating that awful man, Neil Woodford, awful at fund management, I'm sure he's a lovely father and husband, I trounced him and a bunch of others in performing in stock selection. He, several years later, then had to apologise for being pretty poor. He was pretty poor back then. He came 14th, narrowly beating the editor's cat, which was a number selector. Anyway, where did it all go so right? How do you beat the big fish? That was it. And the rest, as they say, is history. I wish you well with your big decisions in life. And you'll see my campaign for $1million.com to teach for free 1 million people to invest better.